I honestly don't know what to say about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was really bad. Really bad. But I've tried, I've thought over things that I've wanted to say about this review. And sometimes when I come on here and do these videos, you know I'm going to at least rant maybe once or twice. It's because there's times in WWE that there are things that we just don't like. And I get it. And I get that's the whole motto when it comes to professional wrestling. There are going to be things that we just don't like. And yes, we're going to complain. We're going to complain about it. But I complain about it in a way where I don't come off sounding like an entitled jerk like most people. I understand. I understand sometimes. But in my opinion, Raw was bad. It didn't really do anything. So, the show started off with the lazy, undisputed Universal Champion Brock Lesnar basically just doing his usual, saying nothing, just standing there. Paul Heyman goes on about how last week Seth Rollins was saying to Paul Heyman that your client has had troubles beating people like AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan and Finn Balor. These types of people come close. My type of wrestling style, we come close to beating your client. Last week, Paul Heyman was making excuses for him, but now because Brock Lesnar's there, he's going to make it sound like that Brock was prepared for them all along. Oh, AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Who won? Did AJ Styles win? Wrong. Brock Lesnar won. And he went on about Bryan and Balor as well. And then he goes on to say that Seth Rollins is crazy to challenge Drew McIntyre to a match, and he should be focusing on Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre would come out, he'd say his few words, and then Seth Rollins would attack Drew McIntyre from behind after what he did to Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins went to confront Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar, being the brave Universal Champion he is, being the beast, cowers out of the ring and walks away. Yeah, some beast. Beasts don't walk away. Finn Balor and a partner of his choosing versus Bobby Trashley and Leo Ear-Bleeding Rush. Because whenever I hear this guy talk, he bleeds my ears. Because I can't stand Leo Rush. Finn Balor's mystery partner was none other than Braun Strowman. And Leo Rush didn't look happy. But in the end, Finn Balor and Braun Strowman got the win. Bobby Lashley just fed Leo Rush to the wolf, known as Braun Strowman, and that's basically it. So it seems like Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley will be going at it again at WrestleMania, and Braun Strowman, he's entering the Memorial Battle Royal. So what good does that do? I don't bloody know. And yes, Braun Strowman is in the Battle Royal, by the way. You should check it on WWE.com. They actually confirmed it. Moment of Bliss. I love Moment of Bliss because it's Alexa Bliss. Her guest was Elias. Now I will agree. I'm not going to be a total suck up here. I will admit this. Moment of Bliss has really been over-exaggerated a lot. It has really been overused, and this type of thing happens when you have a talk show. I mean, these are the types of things that happen when you have a talk show. You have someone always doing their talk show every week. Yes, it's boring. Yes, it gets boring after a while. Elias was her guest, and it gets interrupted, just like every other, just like every other talk show. Talk shows always have interruptions. So Alexa Bliss's moment of bliss with Elias gets turned into a No Way Jose conga line, and you have Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker dancing as well. So this is what you're gonna do with Heavy Machinery, your newest call-ups, having them dance with No Way Jose. So this is what you do with them. You have them squash a whole bunch of teams. I believe it was last week or the week before. You had Otis and Tucker squash through a bunch of teams. The B team and all your jobber tag teams. You had them beat all your jobber tag teams. And now here they are dancing with No Way Jose. So they're pretty much admitting that they are jobbers as well. What a joke. What a joke. And yes, Moment of Bliss is over-exaggerated. Yes, it does. Yes, it is annoying to see the same thing happen every single time. Alexa Bliss should be in the ring competing. Well, that's what happens when you people have been begging her to not be in the title picture anymore. You people have been begging her to not be in the title picture, and this is what you get. I would much prefer Alexa Bliss still be in the title picture than her being resorted to this. God, I hate the people, man. God, I hate people when they complain when certain people get pushed. But then when they fade to obscurity, and they're doing something else, you immediately regret what you say. Just turn Alexa Bliss into a babyface and get her off Raw. Get her off Raw. So because No Way Jose interrupted Elias, we get Elias versus No Way Jose. Does anybody care about this match? Elias won. He beat No Way Jose. Did anyone believe No Way Jose was gonna win this match? So we had Kurt Angle. He came out and he announced his final opponent at WrestleMania. Now, I understand why a lot of people wanted it to be John Cena. Because they were like, well, some people are saying John Cena versus Kurt Angle. It makes sense because John Cena was Kurt Angle's first opponent at WrestleMania, and John Cena and Kurt Angle should be Kurt Angle's last opponent at WrestleMania. The whole story writes itself, type of thing. But the problem is about that is because John Cena's a part-timer, and I don't want part-timers taking up spots for people on the current roster. Yes, Baron Corbin was selected as Kurt Angle's final opponent. To me, I understand why, but to me, I see that the story makes sense because Corbin's made Kurt's life hell when he became GM, which I understand why a lot of people don't really care about the feud. I don't really care about the match either, but all I'm saying is I feel like through storyline purposes, it actually makes sense that it's Baron Corbin, but at least it's someone on the current roster. To me, I feel like at least it's someone on the current roster and they're not using like a part-timer for Kurt Angle. I'm not Corbin's biggest fan. I'm not trying to stick up for him or saying, "Oh, this is great." I'm not trying to say that at all. They could have picked like an Aleister Black and for Kurt Angle. They could have picked Aleister Black for Kurt Angle. They could have picked Ricochet for Kurt Angle. They could have picked the man that he versed tonight on Raw, Chad Gable. He versed Chad Gable tonight on Raw in his farewell tour. He beats Chad Gable. Chad Gable came out to the American Alpha attire. Are they planting seeds for Bobby Roode and Chad Gable to break up? Or was this just a one-time only thing? But All I'm saying is, at least it's actually someone on the current roster. It's not one of those predictable, oh, we'll get one part-timer to versus another part-timer. That's one thing I am actually appreciating here with Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin. But yes, I would have picked someone other than Baron Corbin. I will definitely agree with that. I would have picked someone than Mr. Corbin. Oh my god. This is something I've been fearing. Women's Tag Team Champions, Sasha Banks and Bayley. They said they'll be on SmackDown tomorrow. Finally. But they have Beth Phoenix come out. And they announced Beth Phoenix is going to come out of retirement to have a match at WrestleMania for the Women's Tag Team titles. So can anyone explain to me, now this is the one thing I hear a lot of people say. I hear a lot of people say, what did insert wrestler's name here do to deserve this match? So you tell me, what the hell did Natalya and Beth Phoenix deserve this match? Same thing with Tamina and Nia Jax, because they get involved in this whole thing too. Are you telling me that this is the best you got for the women's tag team titles? You bring Beth Phoenix out of retirement. Something that I am not a fan of. If you say the words, I'm retired, you don't come back. Seriously, this is the type of shit I hate. Yes, I understand. This is WWE. They'll do anything. They brought bloody Brie Bella out of retirement. They brought bloody Kurt... Who else have they brought out of retirement on several occasions? But Trish and Lita, they've done it with them too. But the thing is that you're bringing Beth back for WrestleMania. I mean, this is stupid. This is stupid. There's no reason for Beth Phoenix to be in this match. As well as Nia Jax and Tamina. They had their shot at Fastlane. They had their shot at Fastlane. And they lost. And you're telling me they deserve another shot too? The Iconics have been calling Sasha Banks and Bayley out for the past 4 weeks. And they can't get a WrestleMania match? It should be Boss Hug Connection versus the Iconics at WrestleMania. Not these two teams. If you want Beth Phoenix to come out of retirement at WrestleMania, fine. You could have just done Natalya and Beth Phoenix versus Nia Jax and Tamina. You could have put that on the pre-show. But you're telling me you're not going to include the Iconics? If the Iconics are not added to this match at WrestleMania, then I'm done with the women's tag team titles. I've had high hopes for these things, and I wanted these belts to be memorable. But if you're going to bring Beth Phoenix back just because you can't find tag teams, then it shows that you can't do your job. Find tag teams. Create tag teams. You got Riot Squad. You're doing nothing with them. I know I want the Riot Squad to break up, but you're doing nothing with them. You got bloody Kairi Sane and Io Shirai down in NXT. The Sky Pirates, you've got them. Why not use them? You got, well, I would say Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, but it seems like they're getting ready to break them up. They're great. Let's break up a tag team during the whole women's tag team title crap. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. You can easily put them as a tag team to go against the champions at WrestleMania. Anyone! But Beth Phoenix coming out of retirement. I understand there's gonna be people out there that love Beth Phoenix, and I'm not trying to be mean to those people that love Beth Phoenix. If you're happy to see Beth back, then that's fine. I've got nothing against people that love Beth Phoenix. But this is just nostalgia. They're bringing Beth back because of the whole thing that happened at Fastlane. And it's also because they've got no tag teams. The Iconics should be in this position. Yeah, Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to SmackDown tomorrow. They're probably going to get called out by the Iconics then. But I swear to God, if it's them coming to SmackDown, having a match with the Iconics and beating the Iconics, and we don't hear from the Iconics again, then that just completely tells me that everything they've done with the Iconics for the past 4 weeks, them going on social media, calling out Sasha Banks and Bayley for lying about not coming to SmackDown, oh, you'll come to every brand, and all this other bullshit, and to me, I hate it. I love the Iconics. I don't care what people say about the Iconics. I love the Iconics, and I want to see them succeed. And them being tag team champions at WrestleMania, that's a career crowning moment. But no, we had to have Beth Phoenix try to perform one last glam slam. And I swear to God, and I'm going to tell you guys this as well, if I see Beth Phoenix and Natalya hold up the championships at the end of all this at WrestleMania, I'm done. I'm done with the women's tag team titles. I'm done with everything about these championships. I had high hopes for these belts, but if you're just going to bring back a part-time wrestler, or bring back a retired wrestler, I should say, just to have a crowning moment, then I'm done. There's no reason for this. Beth Phoenix has single-handedly taken away a spot for someone on the current roster who deserves it. And that person, and those people on the current roster that deserves it, it's the Iconics. And don't go ahead and say, what have the Iconics done to deserve a women's tag team title match in the first place, Patrick? Well, what about Nia Jax and Tamina? They've done jack shit! They've done jack shit to earn these titles, and they're still getting title shots handed to them left and right. Beth and Natalya, they're just put back together for nostalgia. What did they do to deserve a title shot? Don't give me this, oh, what did they do to deserve the title bullshit? Anyone can get handed a title shot! Sick of it. Justice for the Iconics. Everything about what I said here is more because the Iconics deserve a WrestleMania moment. If the Iconics are not added to this match at WrestleMania, then I just don't care about this match. Sasha Banks and Natalya had a match as well. Who cares? Like I mentioned with Nia and Tamina, they got involved in this whole occasion, just teasing a triple threat. Sasha wins the match by disqualification. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Ricochet has a match with Jinder Mahal. Ricochet wins. Who cares? Ricochet fans would care because it's Ricochet, but it's Jinder Mahal. Who cares about a match with Jinder Mahal? Ronda Rousey versus Dana Brooke for the Raw Women's Championship. People are obviously loving this because Dana Brooke gets squashed like literally in 5 seconds. So you give Dana Brooke this match only to squash her. Then the match should have never even happened. This match should have never even happened. If you're just going to squash someone like that, then why did you even bother put the belt on the line? And yes, I know it's supposed to be Ronda's character being the baddest bitch on the planet. I don't care. I don't care. If you're just going to give away a random title match and it's just going to end in a multiple seconds, then why even bother? Should have just been a regular one-on-one match with no title on the line. Dana Brooke didn't deserve a title shot anyway. Yeah, that's another one of those coincidences. What did Dana Brooke do to deserve a title shot? Well, there you freaking go. She got handed a title shot by doing nothing. Oh yeah, she got handed a title shot because she cut a promo on Raw last week. That's how she got her title shot. By cutting a promo and got attacked by Ronda Rousey. That's how she got her title shot, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, what did Dana Brooke do to deserve a title shot? Cut a promo and get attacked. There you go. That's how she got her title shot. Ronda Rousey was surrounded by security. And then all of a sudden, Travis Brown, her husband, just starts punching these guys in the face. Why is Travis Brown, her husband, getting involved in this? Why? Someone tell me why Travis Brown, if that is even his name. I know his name's Travis, but I don't know if his last name is Brown. Why is Travis, Ronda's husband, getting involved in her business? It's because she's Ronda Rousey's husband. So? Who cares? Who cares if they're married? I don't care. This is Ronda Rousey's business, not his. They're gonna get fined because they were attacking security. Apparently Dana Brooke got injured. I'm not one of those people that gets upset or laugh when someone gets injured. Pretty sure it's a storyline injury, but who knows? Apollo Crews. Yeah. This man is supposed to be facing Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, Baron Corbin. He versus Apollo Crews and loses. Apollo Crews loses. Baron Corbin loses to Apollo Crews. So am I supposed to believe that Baron Corbin can beat Kurt Angle at WrestleMania? Baron Corbin is versing Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, and you're telling me you're gonna make Baron Corbin lose? You should be building Baron Corbin up for his upcoming match of Kurt Angle, not making him lose. What kind of stupid crap is this? I'm not a big Baron Corbin fan. I really like Apollo Crews, but for storyline purposes, how the hell does this make any sense? Oh my god, this company is so stupid. You put Baron Corbin against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania and you're having Baron Corbin lose. Ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. No wonder why my two closest people on Twitter, my buddy King Schmidt and Cohan Bishop, who is another friend of mine, no wonder why they went on Twitter and said this whole match was disgraceful. Because Baron Corbin loses to Apollo Crews. How does this make any sense? Should have picked somebody else if you're just going to do this. Batista told his side of his rivalry with Triple H. I actually liked this promo. Thought it was really well done. And he was telling stories about how Triple H, he uses people. Well, you know what? He's actually correct there. He does use people. He did use Randy Orton. He did use Seth Rollins. He did it with Seth Rollins. I said Seth Rollins, didn't I? I said Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. He uses people. He didn't use Samoa Joe, though. He didn't use Kevin Owens, though. He helped them, and he never turned on them. So, plot twist. I bet people don't even remember that Triple H and that Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe were Triple H's lackeys once, and he never turned on them. Plot twist. But yeah, people probably wouldn't even remember. So yeah, I really liked this promo. I thought it was really good. Batista, he's in a suit and tie, really nice. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to their no holds barred match at WrestleMania. And finally guys, we're getting through this. We have Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins in the main event. And Drew McIntyre wins because Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman appeared on stage. Okay. So Drew McIntyre wins due to a distraction. Okay, fair enough. WWE, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead and do it, because that is a really stupid thing to do. Yes, I understand it's Drew McIntyre. He shouldn't be losing. Yes, I get that. If people thought this was fine because it was Drew McIntyre, fine. You can believe what you want. But Drew McIntyre would then challenge Roman Reigns to a fight, because they got it in like this, fight. I wasn't doing this because that's not what he said. That's literally what WWE.com put it as, challenge Roman Reigns to a fight at WrestleMania. What, so they're going to have a UFC style match? Because that's what a fight means. No, I know. It's probably going to be like a no disqualification match or something. Just say match if Drew McIntyre wanted to verse him at WrestleMania. So yeah, Drew McIntyre wins because Brock Lesnar appeared on stage with the Universal Championship with Paul Heyman. So that's your Monday Night Raw review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really am not a fan of ranting, guys. I'm not a big fan of ranting, but it's just like what I said at the start of this review. There's just going to be things that this company is going to do, and you're just not going to like it. And you have to share your thoughts on it. And that's exactly what I did right here on this review. And like what I do every other time I make a review. I share my thoughts on WWE's decisions. And if I like it, I like it. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. And that's just tough luck. That's just the way I think. So yeah. Thank you all for joining me. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy. Comment your thoughts on Monday Night Raw down below as well. And I'll see you all tomorrow for my SmackDown review. See you then.